what's so crazy with the shit going on in this world with these teachers? How you let these kids disrespect them and all of this bullshit going on in these schools, just a disrespect. Look at the girl who broke the teacher leg. Look at the teacher who just got the fight. What the
Yeah.
They should to me they should hold parents accountable. Cause I'm here to tell you, if my child ever tried that shit, I will beat the black off Raymond. I'm not gonna side with you up there disrespecting no adult. And that's how it used to be. When I was coming up, everybody whooped your ass in the neighborhood. Now these kids like, oh my God, you gotta respect me. Bitch, you don't even pay no bills. What the fuck am I respecting for somebody who don't even know how to pay a bill? These kids so dumb, they don't even know how to fill out a check, Joe.
I feel like the parenting back in the day was a little bit different than parenting is right now. I feel like there was a low-level fear threat that I may lose my life if I actually stepped out of line when I was growing up.
Well, I had a high level. I didn't have a low level.
And so even though my mom was only like 5'5", and I outgrew her very quickly, I felt like that she could still end my life any moment. And so it's one of those things is that I see things online and I see, parents want to be friends with their kids and things. And honestly, in this time, I think there is a fine line with that. I think you do because there's so much online activity and so much access to things right now. You kind of do need to be more friendly with your kids to know what's going on, but you also still need to be a parent.
Yeah, not friends.
Yeah.
You need to be open with your children. You have to talk to them every day so they're comfortable and they know they can come to you and joke about things, but also talk about serious things.
Yeah, because there's still a parenting issue that you have to deal with. And I think a lot of parents don't know how to. It's almost like I put it in with some of the new people that I've seen, like managing people and supervising people. If you ever seen a new supervisor or a new manager and they become too friendly with employees, and it's like, no, you're not on their level anymore. It's like you have to start separating yourself to where you're managing them. Mm-hmm. You can't be your employees' friends. Y'all can't go out together. You can't do this because that relationship gets very, very murky very quickly, and it will get out of hand.
There's a different feeling that kids have today.
No, it's a different feeling that society gave
has
kids.
for them.
I tell you, so here I got these custody kids, and they called me the teacher called me, and I said, well, I'm gonna beat her ass. So the principal said, you gotta hear it on the house. I said, bitch, you don't tell me where to hear that. 2 hours later, defect was at my house. Went to the school, talked to my kids, and the lady showed up, and she was like, the black lady knew who I was. She said, but I gotta investigate. I said, no, you ain't gotta do a motherfucking thing. You couldn't get these motherfucking children that don't nobody give me nothing for. I'm gonna whoop these motherfucking ass over here. If you don't want their ass whooped, get them up out of here, because I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't nobody shooting me. Ain't nobody whooping my motherfucking ass. Fuck that, put you in the corner, and we gonna pray about your behavior. I'm gonna knock your goddamn head off.
Sounds like almost like what people would label today as child abuse. Here's the thing, within that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset with that. I see a lot of kids per week. And what I see with a lot of these kids per week is that they have no discipline. Up until the age of 10, I got a lot of whoopings. I got whoopings to the point where, and this probably was child abuse, where they used to tell me to go out and pick your own switch off the tree. And don't bring in a small switch. And then once you brought in the switch, it would have leaves on it. And they would take the switch like this and they would run their fingers down the switch and pull off all the leaves. And at the end of it, you had all these little stub branches. And they would leave little scars on the back of your legs. Now, if I was to go to school nowadays with that, they would come block my parents up.
Oh, yeah. I had the shape of a wooden spoon on either one of my butt cheeks probably at any given time. It's sometimes on the back of my arms, and that was when I would try to block it, and my mom would get creative and just go up 4 inches and get me on the back of my arm.
I got paddling a couple times in school, in elementary school. I remember going to the principal's office, and he had almost like a hazing paddle. Paddle was this big, and it had holes in it, so
really?
Yeah.
Okay. In New Jersey, you cannot hit your children in school, not even 40, 50 years ago.
I really got a paddle in
What?
school. It was the principal, took me, put me over his knee, and...
What? No.
I swear to God. You think I'm playing? Hold on. Yo, I got a quick question for you. You remember when we were in elementary school?
Yeah.
Did you ever get a paddle in elementary school from the principal?
Yeah, I got quite a few of them.
Yeah, I told you.
What?
I got a paddle too. You remember that wood paddle he had?
But they mean you got one together and the other two.
Yeah.
You hit pictures and made them throw up.
Look, I'll call you back. All right.
All right.
All right. The kids at elementary school, because we knew that we would get paddlings, we straightened up. Look, we got a couple. I think I only got 2. Nah, I think he got a couple.
He said got a lot. What did you say? One made him throw up?
Yeah. And so, but there was discipline there. And like I said, when I got home, I got another whip when I got home.
I have a 36-year-old daughter. I have a 35-year-old son, a 24-year and a 20. You're not cursing in front of me. You're not disrespecting me. We're not getting high together. I'm not your motherfucking friend. I was telling my daughter, she said ass. I said, bitch, don't say ass in front of me.
She can't cuss at all in front of you?
No, I don't play that shit.
Really?
No, I cussed her.
As much as you cuss?
Yeah. They
So-
can cuss among themselves.
So you can cuss in front of them,
Yeah.
but they can't cuss in front of you.
No, Joe. Hell no.
I've always been that way. You notice they will not curse in front of me. That second child of mine, I don't know what happened.
She's just like you. That's
Every-
why. She's just like
Okay.
you.
Do I say the F word all that much?
It's not what you say. It's the aura. She has your attitude, has your aura. She's defiant. And so that's the thing. It's
What?
like-
I'm defiant now?
Yeah, okay, really. But she has your aura, so it's like I don't care. And so you have it too, but you just learn to curve it. That's one of the things that I have noticed nowadays. Like, so we go play pick up basketball, and me and my son, we go to the park and stuff. And if you've ever been to black basketball parks, there's a mixture. There's teenage kids there, and then there's some in their young 20s. And one of the things that I've noticed is that when I was young, whenever there were adults around, is that we would curse, but when there were adults around, we wouldn't curse. The one thing I've noticed being around middle schools and high schools, and then, like I said, going to the park, is that the kids don't care, is that they will just keep on, and even these elementary school kids, like, they don't care. They'll just keep on cursing, F this, B this, A this,
Right.
and it's like
Adults, and even if there's little kids around, they don't care. They don't.
yeah, they don't care. And so even when we're at the park and we're at the basketball park, now if my son's out there, like, honestly, I don't care, because it's like, listen, you're gonna hear this stuff. And so with my sons, like, when I have to talk, like, you're gonna hear this stuff, don't do this stuff in front of adults, don't do what they're doing. But when there's other kids and other parents there, I will go over to the guys on the other court, like, hey guys, can you, and the last time I did it, I went over, I said, hey guys, they turned around and said, stop cursing. I was like, thank you. The kids, they're all respectful. It's one of those things, they don't think about it. If, I walk over and I say something to them, then they'll stop. But it's like, for us and for me when I was growing up, it was just that respect. When you saw an adult, is like, whatever you're doing, straighten up.
Right.
So
I still don't curse in front of my parents. 50 years old, I will not say a curse word in front of my parents.
At a certain age, can they cuss in front of
Hell
you?
no.
Never.
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 No, and when they do,
35 years old.
I don't give a fuck if she 55 and I'm 99. Bitch, I'll bust you in your mouth. Don't you cuss in front of me, ho. All my motherfucking food you done ate, all the diapers I done changed, all the times I ran out of the fucking convenience store with Similac to feed your black ass, and you gonna disrespect me?
I would have never imagined that you would be so uptight with your kids cussing.
So I would say in the black family, disrespect, like I said, to adults and stuff, it was a big thing when I grew up. I'm not sure what it is now, because I see the way some of these kids act nowadays. So I don't know if that still holds true in some of these households. I know in me and my friends, even so some of the guys that I hung out with, they were bad. But when we were around each other's parents, it was like we were
Oh, yeah, you
choir.
acted better.
Yeah. We were choir, even when they were around my parents.
Yeah.
Yes, miss. Yes, mister. You know what I'm saying? It was just that respect when you were around other adults.
Back in the day, black kids didn't cuss in front of their parents.
But you cuss so much.
I do. I like cursing.
But you have a dictatorship running your household. You have a language dictatorship.
I sure do. We be texting sometimes. They be like, fuck. I said, erase it, bitch. Erase it. I saw that.
It's so funny to me that you are so strict about cursing.
No, it's disrespectful to cuss in front of your parents.
It's just-
No, my kid wouldn't do that. It's like, you just don't know. It's like,
I raised all 4 of my kids the exact same way. They all got beatings when they cursed, when they were disrespectful, when they talked back to a teacher. They got the beatings. They all 4 got them the same.
But-
and they all 4 are so different now. But now, I mean, 2 of them are adults. I'm not going to sit there and, don't you say that.
ultimately, when you look at it, dude, do they know right from wrong, though?
Of course they do.
And so I think that's the ultimate thing. They know, all right, I'm doing this, but There's certain places I should do it, certain places I do it. Like, do they curse like that at work? No.
I mean, that second one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like that they're just part of her vocabulary. They know right from wrong, and
They obey the law now.
they do. And 3 of them don't curse in front of me. It's the one, but she does it enough for everybody.
Look, don't try to push her off. That's you.
Like when my son used to hang out in Indiana with his little white friend and they cuss out their parents, you try that shit at me, I'ma bust you in your motherfucking throat. I tell my son all the time, I say, you got it twisted. Wrong household, boo-boo. I fight back. Don't come home, he's like, I'm having a bad fucking day. Fucking? Ain't nobody fucking in here but me. And you can't say the word. I beat your fucking ass.
I can relate to the way that I grew up in a black household. I can relate to a lot of what she's saying. I do see nowadays where there is what I feel more of a lack of respect for adults with the youth nowadays. And maybe they should bring back paddling in the school. Maybe, hey, look, like I said, it straightened us up. Like, we would get a paddling and get sent back to class, and we were straight. We were, at least for the rest of the day.